We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Cleveland Browns. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Play to win. Let's go.
On the double.
5-9. Hey, pick it up.
Go.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Stand. And out.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Push him back. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
Off play action, Greer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Tight. Watch left.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
Snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Oh, the spin. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Go. Let's go. Watch out.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Good. 180. King.
Check three.
Watch out.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Going deep for Hopkins. They got his man complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in, and it's in sync with his quarterback.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Mayfield now. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Tackles.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20. but over 7,000 yards in a career? Fantastic.
Stop your whining.
Look, squeeze.
No. Off. Check.
Get it.
From the 29, Greer. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
50's a must. Let's put him on the blacklist. Let's put that team on the block.
Hey.
Go get him.
Look at me. Zipper.
50. Check my 50. 3 bucks.
Yep.
Hey. Alert. Mike's 50.
Go.
On third down, Greer. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Desmond King making the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, tight. Check 26.
Real.
49 is Mike.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Real. Smooth.
Mayfield on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Come on.
Alert! Hey, Delta! Stop!
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch the slack. He's coming. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, box truck. Box truck.
Hey, D, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Go Mike 50. Mike 50.
I don't think...
First down, Greer. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Four down. Check. 4 down. 50.
Hey, exit.
50's the mark. You can't block me.
From the 50, here's Greer. It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Greer now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Greystone travel. Snap.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Rock it. Don't be scared of it. Hit it.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This from 36 yards out. Badgley's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Good. 180.
Watch tight end. Four down, four down.
They'll run again with Hunt. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Greer. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Greer. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a throw there going to be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary has really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Two times. Hey, we got 3 down.
On first down, it's Hunt. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 48 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Greer. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Greer. Allen's got it complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Watch 7. Hey, Alpha.
Good track. Mike 50. Mike 50.
On first down, it's Greer. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, Mike 7.
50.
No, go.
Switch. Sponge. No.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, team 6.
On 3rd and long, here's Greer. Room to run past midfield. It's complete to Hopkins. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
They run with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
180.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Greer following the turnover. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
To try again and a sack. Greer, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Go! Hey, let's go!
Throwing on third and long. Greer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run again with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the screen. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Here's Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Run.
57. Mike.
Now Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check. Press.
On second down, it's Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Allen, the intended receiver. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the
180.
Mike, 49.
In the face.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Play fake. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
This is taken at his 4. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Badgley on for the extra point. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here with Hunt. They bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
It made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Again, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking up the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now it's his carry for Melvin Gordon. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
Greer on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Wahoo! Now!
50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shoot!
On 2nd and 10, Greer steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
50's the mic. 50.
Hey, Haywood. Come on.
Throwing on 3rd down. Greer. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So out comes a field goal now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards now. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to total, but still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for the Browns, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.